Welcome to today's discussion, where we break down yet another shameless attempt by the British tabloids to drag Prince Harry into a story that has nothing to do with him. Because, let's be honest, his name sells. This time, it's all about Boujis, the once famous private London nightclub where the young royals used to party before they settled down. But instead of a nostalgic piece about its reopening, the Daily Mail opted for their favourite angle, taking a petty swipe at Harry and, by extension, Meghan Markle. The Daily Mail is known for its relentless pursuit of a narrative that paints Prince Harry and Meghan Markle in a negative light. This has been a consistent pattern, with the tabloid often resorting to sensationalism to attract readers. It's a tactic as predictable as it is tiresome, yet it continues to be effective in drawing attention. Throw in a headline mentioning Harry and watch the clicks roll in, regardless of the article's substance. The content often lacks depth, but the mere mention of his name guarantees readership. This recent story about the reopening of Boujis, a private London nightclub, is a classic example of this bait and switch. The club, once a hotspot for celebrities, is now being used as a backdrop to drag Harry's name back into the limelight. The article uses Harry's name to grab attention, despite the fact that he hasn't been a regular at the club for years, let alone since his move to California. It's a clear attempt to create a connection where none exists. It's a blatant attempt to keep his name, and by association Meghan's, linked to a past that no longer reflects their reality. The media's obsession with their past is a way to overshadow their present achievements and endeavours. The subtext is clear. Harry and Meghan are to be forever tied to a narrative of their wild past, a past that conveniently ignores the actual wild days of other royals. This isn't about journalism or truth. It's about generating clicks and perpetuating a skewed narrative. The focus is on profit rather than providing accurate and fair reporting. The Daily Mail and its ilk are banking on the public's short memory and their insatiable appetite for anything remotely scandalous about the Sussexes. This strategy ensures a continuous cycle of sensationalism and misinformation. The reopening of Boujis is being framed as a return to a bygone era, a time when Princes William and Harry were regulars on the London club scene. However, this narrative conveniently overlooks a key fact. Harry has long moved on from that chapter of his life. He's a husband, a father, and a global advocate for causes close to his heart. To suggest that the reopening of a nightclub holds any significance for him is laughable. Yet the media persists in linking him to this story, hoping to stir up controversy and maintain the image of a wayward prince. It's a lazy attempt to generate headlines and ignores the reality of Harry's life today. He's thousands of miles away, building a new life with his family, far removed from the flashing lights and thumping music of Boujis. What's particularly striking about the media's obsession with Harry and Boujis is the glaring omission of Prince William's own history with the club. William, too, was a regular at Boujis in his younger years, and yet the media seems reluctant to mention this in the same breath as Harry's name. This selective amnesia is telling. It exposes the double standard that Harry and Meghan face on a daily basis. When William and Kate are photographed at a club, it's seen as a charming glimpse into their lives before marriage. When Harry is mentioned in the same context, it's painted as a scandal, a sign that he's not fit for his royal role. This biased portrayal is not accidental. It's a deliberate attempt to control the narrative and maintain a certain image of the royals. Section 4. A club owner's entitlement, unnecessary comments and veiled judgments. Adding fuel to the fire are the comments made by Carlo Carello, the owner of Boujis, a well-known upscale club in London. Carello, in an attempt to drum up publicity for his club, felt it necessary to offer his unsolicited opinions on Meghan Markle, a figure who has been under intense media scrutiny. He stated that she wouldn't have been his cup of tea and that she was too Hollywood, implying that she didn't fit into his exclusive high society world. These comments reek of entitlement and are dripping with thinly veiled judgment, showcasing a mindset that is both outdated and elitist. Carello, a man who profits from the patronage of the wealthy elite, seems to believe he has the authority to pass judgment on a woman he's never met, purely based on her public persona. His words are not just rude, they're irrelevant and serve no purpose other than to belittle someone who has achieved significant success. Meghan's worth is not determined by whether or not she meets the approval of a London club owner. Her value is intrinsic and undeniable. Her success, her philanthropy, and her commitment to making a difference in the world speak for themselves, far louder than any dismissive comment ever could. Section 5. Double standards. The stark contrast in royal coverage. The media frenzy surrounding Boujis' reopening and the subsequent attempts to drag Harry and Meghan into the narrative highlight the stark double standards that exist within royal coverage. When members of the royal family deemed acceptable by the British press engage in similar behaviour, it's brushed aside or even celebrated. Take, for instance, the numerous instances of Prince William and Kate Middleton letting loose on the dance floor during their university days. These incidents were met with amusement and even praise for their down-to-earth nature. Yet when Harry, and by extension Meghan, are connected to a nightclub, it's treated as a scandal. This hypocrisy is blatant and infuriating. It reveals a deep-seated bias within certain sections of the media that seem determined to paint Harry and Meghan as villains in a narrative of their own making. Section 6. Meghan's threat. Why her success disrupts the narrative. Meghan's independence and success pose a threat to the established narrative that the British tabloid press has carefully constructed. She doesn't fit the mould of the demure, subservient royal wife. She's outspoken, ambitious, and unafraid to challenge the status quo. Her very existence disrupts the traditional power dynamics that the British tabloids have long profited from. They can't control her narrative, they can't dictate her every move, and they certainly can't silence her voice. Her success, both personally and professionally, undermines their attempts to paint her as a disruptive force within the royal family. She's a constant reminder that the monarchy is not immune to change, and that progress is inevitable. Section 7. Unbowed and unbroken. Meghan's enduring spirit. Despite the relentless negativity and the constant attempts to undermine her, Meghan Markle remains a beacon of grace, resilience, and unwavering spirit. Her journey has been fraught with challenges, yet she continues to rise above them with an unyielding determination. She refuses to be defined by the tabloid's skewed narratives or to be dragged down by their toxic rhetoric. Instead of succumbing to the pressure, she stands tall, embodying strength and dignity. Instead, she focuses on what truly matters, her family, her values, and her commitment to making a positive impact on the world. Her love for her family is evident in every smile and every gesture, showcasing a deep bond that remains unbroken. She uses her platform to amplify the voices of the marginalized and to shine a light on issues that are close to her heart. Her advocacy work spans across various causes, from gender equality to mental health awareness, making a tangible difference in countless lives. The British tabloids may continue to twist the narrative and spread their venom, but Meghan's light shines brighter than ever. Her unwavering spirit and dedication to her principles serve as a testament to her character. Her strength and resilience serve as an inspiration to us all, proving that we don't have to let negativity define us. Meghan's journey is a powerful reminder that we can overcome adversity with grace and courage. We have the power to write our own stories and to create our own happily ever afters. By following Meghan's example, we can choose to focus on love, kindness, and making a positive impact in our own lives and the lives of others.